Hey, what's up guys? So today I just kind of wanted to do a video on the differences between all of the different TJ models. So I'm going to be talking about different trim levels of the TJ, engines, transmissions, transfer cases, rear ends, just kind of all that kind of stuff, just kind of some in-depth TJ specifications. Now I'm pulling all this information from the Wrangler TJforum.com. Someone made a post, Chris made a post on here, and so I'll link this down in the description so you guys can look at all of these. And I'm not going to go into super detail on all of it, so you guys, if you want a little bit more information, you guys can check that out there. So to start out, we're going to talk about the body of the Jeep. So we're going to talk about the soft tops first. So from 97 to 2000, it was what they call a standard material, and then 01 to 02 was a 4-ply sailcloth. 03 to 06 was a 3-ply sailcloth. So it's kind of interesting. So for hard tops, 97 to 02 were the same, where the vents were behind the rear windows. 03 to 06, vents behind rear windows were removed. So, and as far as airbags go, driver and passenger airbags were on all the TJs 97 to 06. So as far as fender flares, I don't have obviously my stock fenders anymore, but the fender flares, the 3.25 inch were used on all SE models X, except for ones that I'm going to list later on here, and sport models. So for the 4.25 inch flares, they were used on the Saharas, Rubicons, and the special edition models that have the painted or body colored flares. So now we're going to talk about some trim packages. So from 97 to 2006, the SE model came with a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine. That was from 1997 to 2002. Then in 2003 to 2006, it was a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder. And then for 2005 and 2006, the 4-liter was optional. Now we'll talk about the Wrangler X's. Now the Wrangler X was from 2002 to 2006. That had the 4-liter straight 6, no Dana 44 option, and the Dana 44 only used with certain special edition models, and I'll talk about those models here in a little bit. So the sports were from 97 to 2006. That came with the 4-liter straight 6 and then an optional Dana 44 rear axle. The Sahara models were from 97 to 2004. Came with a 4-liter straight 6, body colored fender flares that are 1 inch wider than the standard TJ flares. They had body colored rocker sills, optional Dana 44 rear axle, 16-inch wheels for the 2000 to 2004 models, full steel doors, unique seats and interior trim. So they had those cool green seats and all that kind of stuff, and then as well as the Sahara decals. So, and then the Rubicon edition Jeeps were from 2003 to 2006, and these ones were kind of pretty much the biggest difference between all the other ones. It came with a 4-liter straight 6. So it had the True-Lock selectable pneumatic lockers, limited slip rear when unlocked. It's got the NV241 Rock Track 4-to-1 transfer case with a fixed yoke, heavy-duty drive shafts with the 1330 U-joints, Dana 44 front and rear axles with 410 gears. They came with some bigger tires, 16x8 5-spoke aluminum wheels. They had diamond plate rock guards, Rubicon lettering on the hood as well, and then the flares are 1 inch wider than the standard TJ flares, and they had 4-wheel disc brakes. So another, this wasn't a TJ, but this was called the LJ, and it was the Wrangler Unlimited. So this was a longer wheelbase TJ, and it was actually a 10-inch longer wheelbase, 5 inches extra of overhang, and the Unlimiteds all came with the 4-liter straight 6, Dana 44 rear axle with 373 gears, and the track lock limited slip differential. And then the Rubicon Unlimiteds were from 2005 to 2006 only, and they were just the same idea as the other Rubicons. So Now we're going to talk about some special edition models. So in 2001, they made the 60th anniversary edition, which came with the 4-liter straight 6, available only in black or Silverstone metallic. Had the body colored wheel flares and rocker sills, specially embroidered floor mats, full metal doors, Canyon 30-inch tire and wheel group, had fog lamp and tow hook group, had air conditioning standard, and then an AM/FM stereo, radio with CD player, 5-speaker and subwoofer, and the options were speed control and dual top. All right, so the 65th anniversary edition was for 2006 only. That came with the 4-liter straight 6, Dana 44 rear axle, high pressure gas charged shocks, body colored fender flares, specially embroidered floor mats with Jeep 65th anniversary logo. Had the 65th anniversary decal, unique center stack bezel, unique two-tone seats with Jeep 65th anniversary logo, full metal doors, Sunrider soft top, 15-inch Alcoa wheels with 30.5-inch tires, fog lights, and then the stereo system with the 7 speakers, including subwoofer in the center console. So for 2002 to 2003, you had the Apex edition. That came with a 4-liter straight 6. It came with Cognac, I think I said that right, ultra high seats. Same thing, 7-speaker system like the 65th anniversary, but came with a special hood decal, chrome wheels, and only available in bright silver metallic, Patriot blue, or black. For 2004, we had the Columbia edition. That was a 4-liter straight 6, 15-inch graphite painted aluminum wheels, unique graphite fender flares, fog lamps, Columbia badging, dark slate interior, khaki 2-tone seats with the Columbia logo, silver painted instrument panel accents. That was available in black, bright silver, flame red, solar yellow, and Patriot blue. For 2003, we had the Freedom edition. That was a 4-liter straight 6, body colored fender flares, special side badges, outlined white letter tires, Goodyear, mounted on 15-inch chrome wheels, standard soft top with full metal doors, fog lamps, and tow hooks, standard air conditioning, Sentry key theft deterrent system, easy access fold and tumbler rear seat, and choice of dark slate gray vinyl or cloth seating. The Freedom Edition was available in red, silver, blue, and black. For 2006, we had the Golden Eagle Edition. That was a 4-liter, came with the Dana 44 rear axle, Golden Eagle hood, fenders, and spare tire decals with the logos. Painted instrument panel accents, 2-tone premium seats with the Golden Eagle logos, 30-inch tires on 15-inch gold finished Ravine wheels. For 2003 to 2005, you could get the Rocky Mountain Edition. That came with the 4-liter, the Dana 44, 30-inch tires on forged aluminum Alcoa wheels. Ravine wheels were used on the 2005 models. Unique graphite fender flares, fog lamps, Rocky Mountain Edition badging, dark slate interior, unique 2-tone seats with Jeep embroidering, silver painted instrument panel accents, available in black, bright silver, flame red, solar yellow, and Patriot blue. It also had diamond plate rock guards similar to the Rubicon models and 2 tow hooks. All right, so we had the Rubicon Unlimited Sahara, which was for 2005 only. They made 1,000 of them. It had a chrome grille, taillight guards, interior badge with serial number, badge on front fenders, spare tire cover, and floor mats, and body matched fender flares. For 2003, they had the Tomb Raider Edition. That was all Rubicon standard options. So 16-inch Alcoa forged aluminum wheels, Tomb Raider badging with serial number, light bar, riveted fender flares in graphite, black tumbler grill guard, diamond plate bumper guards, diamond plate rocker guards, fog and tail lamp brush guards, aluminum diamond plate bumper guard and back. Dark slate fabric seat with red accent stitching over the center. Silver surround instrument bezel. Red seat belts, available in bright silver for the exterior color. And then finally, our last special edition is from 2004 to 2005. And like all the other ones, you got the 4-liter straight 6, exclusive moss green exterior color, water resistant camo and black seats, unique Willys decal at cowl side, diamond plate rocker guards painted dark green, body color fender flares, stereo system with the 7 speakers at no extra charge, and then the 4-liter PowerTech straight 6, tow hooks, fog lamps, full-size spare with matching wheel. So those are some of the special edition Jeeps. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the engines. So from 97 to 2002, you had the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder that made 120 horsepower with 140 foot-pounds of torque. Then from 2003 to 2006, you had the 2.4 liter 4-cylinder with 147 horsepower and 165 foot-pounds of torque. And that was a dual overhead cam, where the 2.5 was an overhead valve. So for 97 to 99, we had the 4 liter, but this one made 181 horsepower and 222 foot-pounds of torque. And then in 2000, they made a little refresh. So from 2000 to 2006, the 4 liter made 190 horsepower and 235 foot-pounds of torque. So now we're going to move on to transmissions. For the automatics from 97 to 2002, you had the 30RH, which was a 3-speed automatic used with 4-cylinder models with a 23 spline output. So from 97 to 2002, you had the 32RH, which is another 3-speed automatic used with the 6-cylinder models, same 23 spline output. For 2003 to 2006, used both with the 4-cylinder and 6-cylinder models, was the 42 RLE, and yeah, so it was at least a 4-speed versus a 3. So as far as manuals go, from 97 to 2002, we had the AX5. This was a 5-speed manual used with the 4-cylinder models with a 10 spline input and a 21 spline output. For 97 to 99, you had the AX15, which was used on the 6-cylinder models. It was a 5-speed manual with a 10 spline input and 23 spline output. And then from 2003 to 2004, you had the NV 1500 slash the NV 2550. It was a 5-speed manual used with the 4-cylinder models. 2 different names used. It had the 1500 and 2550 interchangeably. 10 spline input and 23 spline output. And then for 2000 to 2004, which is what this is a 2001 Jeep. So I have the NV 3550, which is a 5-speed manual used with the 6-cylinder models and a 10 spline input, 23 spline output. And then for the 2005 to 2006 year, they switched to a 6-speed manual, which was used for both the 4-cylinder and 6-cylinder models, same 10 spline, 23 spline output. So that's kind of an interesting thing. They went to a 6-speed for the last generation. So as far as transfer cases, 97 to 2006 all used the NV231 command track that was used on all TJs except for the Rubicon models. And yeah. And then as far as the 2003 to 2006 Rubicons, this was standard on them. This was the NV241 rock track. And I forgot to say on the command track, it was a slip yoke on the NV231 command track one for the 97 to 2006. That was a slip yoke, whereas the rock track was a fixed yoke. And electronic speedometer signal was in the rock track versus, I believe, in these ones it's just a little gear. So now we're going to talk about axles. So from 97 to 2006, in the front we have a Dana 30, and this front axles was used on all TJs except for the Rubicon models. Stock gear ratio options was either a 3.07, 355, 3.73, 410, or 456. Option for the front axle would be the Dana 44, which was 216 millimeter. That was for the 2003 to 2006 Rubicon models only. It came with the 410 gears, true lock selectable pneumatic locker, open differentials when unlocked. As far as the rear, for 97 to 2006, the Dana 35 was standard rear axle used on all TJs except the Rubicons, obviously. Stock gear ratio options were 3.07, 355, 373, 411, and 456. The Dana 44 rear, which is a 216 millimeter from 97 to 2006. Optional rear axle used on 6-cylinder models except for the Rubicon model. Stock gear ratio options, 355, which was 97 only. 373 was the other option, and that's what my Jeep has. So Dana 44, which is also 216 millimeter. This was for the 2003 to 2006 Rubicons, and this was standard on all Rubicons, obviously. 410 gears with a true lock, selectable pneumatic locker, and that was limited slip differential when unlocked. So now we're going to talk a little bit about axle ratios. So for 97 to 2006, 3.07 was standard ratio used with 6-cylinder models except for the Rubicon. And 355 was optional only in 1997 for the 6-cylinder. 373 gears was from 1998 to 2006. This was an optional ratio used with 6-cylinder manual and automatic except for Rubicon. Standard ratio used with the 6-cylinder 4-speed auto. Standard ratio used with most 4-cylinder automatics. Standard ratio used with 4-cylinder 6-speeds, and then standard ratio used with the Dana 44 rear axle except the Rubicons. 410/411 gears was 97 to 06. This was the standard ratio used with the 4-cylinder 5-speed manual and the standard ratio used with the Rubicons, like I had said earlier. 456 gears were from 2003 to 2006, and those were the standard ratio used with 4-cylinder automatics. So we're going to talk a little bit about the wheels and options. I'm just going to throw up some pictures of the wheels. So the standard SE wheels, this is what they looked like. They were a 15x6. Then we have another wheel that they don't know the name of, but it was a 15x7-inch steel wheel. Another one that was basically that same wheel but chrome, and that was a 15x7. Then we have the Grizzly wheel, which is the 15x7. And then we have the Echo or ECCO. It is a 15x7-inch wheel. Then we have the Gambler, which is a 15x8. We have the Canyons, which is what my Jeep came with, which is a 15x8. Then we have the Ravine, which is also a 15x8 wheel. The Ravine also came in this different color, which was standard on the Golden Eagle package only. That was a 15x8. The Alcoa wheel was a 15x8, which was standard wheel with the 2004 Rocky Mountain Edition and 2006 65th Anniversary Edition. Then we have the Moab wheel, which is a 16x8-inch wheel, and this is the stock Rubicon wheel. Then we have the Moab Sahara, which was a 16x8-inch wheel, and it's the same as a regular Moab wheel except with black accents in between the spokes. So stock Unlimited Rubicon Sahara wheel. So yeah, those are pretty much all of the differences between all the TJ models. Like I said, if you made it through this, you're definitely a Jeep diehard. But I will leave a link down in the description for that, where I pulled all this information from. If you want to just look, physically see them, you can definitely do that. I'll leave that a link down in there, and then I'll also link another post where they kind of talk about in between the different years, like from 97 to 99, exactly what they changed, like little interior changes and just kind of that kind of more in-depth stuff. So I'll definitely leave a link down in the description for that. But if you guys stuck around for the end of this video and you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, a thumbs down. Definitely consider subscribing. That helps me out a lot, guys. And I will see you guys in the next video.